Hey y'all, so I don't know if y'all remember a video that I posted maybe a month ago. It was from a dream that I had, and the revelation that God gave me through the dream was that He was taking, a group of us back to childhood fears, right? He was going to be making, for whoever it was for, face some childhood fears, come face to face, right? With whatever that may have looked like, abandonment issues or whatever the case, childhood fears. So that's obviously subjective to everyone. And it was going to be scary, but it was intentional on God's part to cleanse you. And so with that being said, maybe it's starting to get a little scary, right? You've been triggered in certain areas, and it could be in reference to a promise from God. So I had a dream a few nights ago, didn't get the revelation until today. As you know, or you might not know, but you're about to, if you didn't. My kids, God will use in dreams sometimes to represent promises. Not necessarily has anything to do with my kids, but to do with a promise. Or, if both kids are in the dream, I know it's like multiple promises. So I had a dream that it was nighttime and my daughter, one of the promises, right, was in this water, in this lake. And I could see like big water moccasin, like snakes in the water. And I could also see an alligator, the enemy, okay, coming up on her quick, okay? So I could see this potential danger. I could see these snakes, right? These little enemies are surrounding her, but she couldn't see them. She was just aimlessly kind of in that water, kind of like the promise, okay? So if this is like a marriage promise, for example, or this is a person, you can see that certain things may be like potential threats or danger to the promise, right? You can see those things, whether that be people that they're around, whatever the case is, you can see it, right? And it is, so in the dream, I could see those things, right? And I was trying to basically lead her out of the water because I could see the enemy coming up on her quick. Like I could see ahead of time, and that kind of represents like God giving you the vision, right? God is allowing you to see certain things. Like you have that vision that you can see spiritually, like you have your spiritual eyes open, right? And you can see things, and you know that there's, this could potentially cause an issue and delay it, or this could, whatever the case. But what's happening is because this place looks scary, right? Familiar, you may have been there before, which goes back to the first stream. God has taken you back to a place where you've been before and it doesn't feel very good, right? Your bath water may be too hot, okay? The temperature, the cleansing, that water God has for you, He's like, look, get in the tub. I need to cleanse you of this. I need to cleanse you. So He's making you face these things head on, come face to face with them. But you, and much like me in the dream, I was trying to lead her out of the water without actually getting in the water. So the fastest solution for me to get her out of this water and away from the enemy, right, to protect her, would have been to jump into the water and get her out myself, right? But I was too scared that if I jumped in there with her, I was going to get bit or attacked by these snakes or whatever. And so you may be struggling, like, God is bringing you face to face with this. He's given you eyes to see the enemy so that you can overthrow the enemy, right? So that you can pray against the enemy, so that you can overthrow the enemy, right? And to also face these things head on, so that you can heal and be cleansed of these fears and such. But you're like, I can't get in this water. It's too hot. The bath water's too hot. God has ran you this bath, right? And he's trying to put you in it, but you're like, it's too hot. I can't get in there. But he's like, no, the water temperature is fine. It's fine. You like, he's giving you the strength. Like your body is essentially like built for this. He has made your skin thicker, right? You're stronger. You're moving in his strength. He's given you the strength and the durability, I guess, to get in this, to be able to withstand the enemy and this cleansing and this whole process, right? He has built you up to be able to withstand this and to succeed in this, right? To overthrow the enemy and to get yourself cleansed and purified at the same time. And if God brings you to it, he's going to bring you through it. And so, but you're iffy, right? But it's all for purpose, right? And it's also, I think, helping you to trust God more, because the fear at the end of the day boils down to, in one way or another, lack of trust in God and what he has said, right? So if and also the way that God heals us is he some of the time will make us face things head on, and it doesn't feel very good, right? But it's a process, and he knows what he's doing, and it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't feel good, but when you're surrendered to him, he's gonna make you go through this process over and over and over again until it's cleansed out of you, right? These fears and such, because he can't bring you into the things that he has for you with these things still attached to you, right? He has to cleanse them out of you and prune them off of you. He's got this marriage for you, right? This marriage promise. He won't bring you into the marriage if he doesn't see that these things, because you could mess it up, right? He wants to bring it to his perfection, right? He wants to bring you to his perfection. He's trying, and going along with the first dream that I mentioned that I had like a month or so ago, what his whole intentions with this cleansing process and making you come face to face with these things is not to hurt you, but it's to restore you and reset you back to basically like factory setting, back to where before you got hurt and experienced all these things, right? He is trying to get you back to pre hurt and pain and all of the things that you've been through. He wants to get you back to being restored to a almost like a virgin-like version of yourself, right? This clean, purified, healed, whole version of yourself. So just continue. Don't reject the process. Just surrender to the process. Get your butt in the tub and allow God to cleanse you, and know that this is not to hurt you. If you're facing those certain things that are, being triggered inside of you right now, it's for purpose. It's for God to heal you of it, right? And he's not showing you certain things. If you see potential threats or dangers or the enemy, he's not showing you those things to discourage you, to throw you off, to make you come out of alignment, to for you to feel like maybe this isn't what God has for me. It's actually, he's showing you these things so you know what to pray for, right? He's giving you these things to help you to discern and see it from a different perspective. And so, yeah, I pray this reaches who it needs to reach. I pray that this blesses you in some way. Take it back to God, as with everything. But yeah, I pray that it does get to who it needs to get to. I pray y'all have a blessed weekend. If y'all feel led to sow, my information will be there in the description box as always. And I will